Surprise apology. Jamie Dornan and Sam Heughan officially resolve conflict on TV. Hollywood is never short of controversial stories, but few relationships have left the media and fans as intrigued and divided as the romance between Outlander star Sam Heughan and the charismatic Dakota Johnson. Since going public with their relationship, the couple has been the focus of every entertainment newspaper. Some fans have supported them, calling them Hollywood's new golden couple, but many have criticized them, saying their love came too quickly, too suddenly, and was full of mystery. Among those who expressed their dissatisfaction, Jamie Dornan, Dakota's longtime co-star in the 50 Shades series, has caused the most stir. In a live interview a few weeks ago, Jamie accidentally, or intentionally, criticized Sam, implying that he was not worthy of Dakota and not really serious about love. That statement was the last straw. A series of news sites headlined, "Jamie Dornan publicly criticizes Sam Heughan, Sam Dakota's love affair is in trouble." Sam kept quiet. Dakota did not respond publicly either. But on social media, hundreds of thousands of comments exploded. Sam's fans were outraged, thinking that Jamie had gone too far. Dakota's fans were divided. Some agreed with Jamie, others felt he was interfering too deeply in their friend's private life. And then, the pressure from the media became heavier and heavier on all three names: Sam Heughan, Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan. Tense silent days. Jamie Dornan is known for being calm and reserved, but this time, it seems that he himself realized that he had let his emotions get out of control. Although he did not publicly explain, Jamie avoided appearing on any show that might mention Sam or Dakota. Sam Heughan continued to film his new movie in New Zealand, but the paparazzi still tried to exploit it. Once, when a reporter asked him about Jamie's criticism, Sam just smiled slightly and replied, "I think, sometimes people can misunderstand each other. I don't want to turn this into a war." That answer was enough to avoid further conflict, but not enough to quell the media frenzy. Dakota, in a magazine interview, simply said, "I appreciate both of you. I hope everything works out." But that statement only made fans speculate. Did the everything Dakota mentioned mean that her feelings for Sam were wavering, or that the relationship between Sam and Jamie was broken? The decision to go on air. The climax came when The Tonight Show, a famous talk show, unexpectedly announced the guest list for next week: Jamie Dornan. The news immediately spread like wildfire. No one knew whether Jamie would mention the scandal with Sam or not, but everyone in the industry knew this was Jamie's chance to repair his image or, on the contrary, make things worse. A week before going on air, Jamie met privately with his manager and a few close friends. He confessed, "I think I was wrong to say those words in public. I didn't mean it to be a personal attack, but listening to it, I understand why people were upset." A friend asked, "Are you going to apologize?" Jamie was silent for a few seconds, then replied firmly, "Yes. But not backstage. I'll apologize on air." A live apology. That night, the Tonight Show studio was packed with people. Everyone was eager to see what Jamie Dornan would say. The host opened with a few light-hearted questions, revolving around Jamie's new film project. But clearly, both the audience and the TV viewers were waiting for the big moment. Finally, the MC gently changed the subject. "Jamie, you've made some controversial statements recently about Sam Heughan and his relationship with Dakota Johnson. Is there anything you'd like to share?" The room fell silent. Jamie took a deep breath. "Yes, I do," he said, his voice deep. "First of all, I want to say that Sam is a wonderful actor, a man who is devoted to his craft and to the people he loves. In a previous interview, I said some thoughtless things that made people misunderstand that I looked down on him. That is not true. The truth is, I let my personal feelings get in the way, and that was my fault. The audience fell silent, except for the clicking of cameras. Jamie continued, I apologize to Sam Heughan. Publicly. Right here, Sam, if you are watching this show, I want you to know that I respect you, and I hope we can talk as friends, putting aside any misunderstandings. Applause rang out across the studio. Some even shouted, bravo. The MC smiled, thank you, Jamie. I'm sure Sam will hear this. Sam and Dakota's reaction. Just hours after the show aired, social media exploded. The clip of Jamie apologizing to Sam went viral, with millions of views overnight. Sam, who was in New Zealand at the time, posted a brief tweet, I heard. Thanks, Jamie. We'll talk when I get back. Dakota, who didn't address the incident directly, posted an Instagram photo of the three of them laughing at an old event, along with the caption. Sometimes the best thing is to say, sorry, and, I forgive. Fans of all three breathed a sigh of relief. Entertainment newspapers changed their tune, from criticizing to praising Jamie Dornan's brave act. The emotional meeting. A month later, Sam returned to Los Angeles. He asked Jamie to meet him at a quiet coffee shop, away from the paparazzi. Jamie walked in, her eyes a little worried. Sam stood up and held out his hand. Hello, Jamie. Jamie took his hand and squeezed it gently. Thank you for coming. They sat down, and instead of starting with words of reproach, Sam said directly, I was angry, but I never hated you. It's just, it came at a time when Dakota and I were facing so much pressure. Jamie nodded. I understand. I was wrong, and I hope this doesn't ruin our friendship. Sam smiled. If I was angry, I wouldn't be here. The conversation lasted for more than an hour. They talked about movies, about family, and even joked about how the media likes to exaggerate everything. As they left, the two hugged each other tightly, a moment that no one could capture, but for them, it was proof that all the grudges were over. A sweet end. A few weeks later, at a charity event, Sam Heughan, Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan appeared together. The three smiled, took pictures, and chatted naturally. The press called it the most beautiful reconciliation in Hollywood this year. In a short speech, Sam said, sometimes, words can hurt, but an apology can heal more than we think. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Dakota. And thank you all for believing in friendship. The audience stood up and applauded. In that moment, it seemed like all the scandals and all the arguments had disappeared. And in a corner of the stands, a fan wrote this quote, there is no perfect friendship, but there are friendships strong enough to overcome all storms. Quote,